Hello everyone, welcome to Raids Week 2, Day 5. So, as you can see, we still have quite a ways to go as far as points. If we go under rewards, we still haven't reached Portal 9 yet. Taking a little bit longer than last week, though we should probably get it done over the weekend, because I believe a good majority of people from my guild are waiting till then, and then we'll just burst up all the way to the final one, so it might be until Saturday or Sunday. But this does mean that, unlike last week, we will have to play out raids basically every single day. Last week we didn't really need to because we got so many points so early that we didn't have to. But no, we will be this time. I believe we're getting around 400 or so damage per kill. So in just one day with no birds, assuming we get that each time, that's at least like 1,600 if not higher, just from us, and then of course everyone else helping out in the guild. Anyways, let's get into the fights. We have exactly 4 battles, and we're probably only going to have 4 battles, because it is very unlikely that we're going to be getting those kills in there. One revamp I do want to do, though, is, as suggested, start using hero in first slot to try to plow them down and win that way. I can't go to double Freya combo, but we'll go and get a Skady in here. And we'll need one other option. Let's see, what's the other thing we'll need here? What is in Glacial Peaks that will fit into this team? Glacial Peak troops. Brown red wouldn't be too bad. Get that Hunter's Mark. Of course, once we lose Mang, we're going to kind of need something like that. Deals triple if it's already Hunter's Mark. That'd be pretty good with Winter Wolf, that combo, because then you get the triple damage off of that. Guess we could go Yeti, get the double damage into it. Very small amount of damage, but it gives +1 blue. But then again, what are we rushing into blue? Nothing really needs their blue rushed. I don't use green, so if we use Snow Guardian or Winter Knight, but we're already using a proper tank, so I don't need that. Tessarian, but we're already using that color like crazy on our team, so I can't throw a third yellow-purple into the team. Borealis, we don't need freeze. We already have Skady for that, and we don't even really need it in general. Yeah, I believe we just go Snow Hunter then, just for the cleanup. Only slight issue with it is it can't be targeted, and I kind of want it to be one of the things that dies, though, which is a little bit weird. I guess I'd put it in my second slot then and kind of just use it as a thing that we end up killing out. Yeah, we'll try that for now and then kind of revamp from there. So we'll go with that. Mang up front, followed by the Snow Hunter, Freya, Skady, and we'll give it a shot. Might switch back to the previous thing, but we'll definitely try and see what we can get out of this. Okay, so the whole reason why we're switching this is to try to get the kills quickly so that we can actually skull down his final slot. The biggest issue is boards like this, when we're automatically going to get hit by skulls, and we die in 2 skulls, so yeah, we lose hero very, 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 very quick, which is why I've been hesitant to actually use hero in first slot, because bad starting boards are just auto-lose, which appears to be the case that we're doing right now. I need to at least get 1 Mang into him. Yeah, I think I'm already going to need to revamp it back to what I was using. Taking way too much damage too quickly. We die in 2 turns, or 1 turn if we get super lucky. Though we could also kill each one of them in 1 turn if we get super lucky as well, so I guess that's the trade-off. Oh, that skull was just sitting there? I didn't even notice it. Yep, we already lost. Hello, skull just sitting there. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Nope, that is horrible. Okay, so we'll go throw this down 1 billion times. It's gonna be the first one we actually don't get the boss killed as well. Yeah, I'm sticking with what I normally use. This is horrible. It dies way too quick. 2 skulls and it's down. I'll go move that over. It would be good if we got lucky, but we'd need to throw a lot of battles at it to get that lucky. Alright, we're gonna move that over. If nothing else, we can survive off a mass Skady, so maybe we can delay this battle forever. As long as it doesn't kill Skady, we can win this battle. So we'll try giving that a shot, though probably won't work out. We'll go and throw this at him. Getting that damage down. Yep, it already it aims right at Skady. It doesn't wait at all. It just goes right for the kill. Yeah, that's match. It be over. Hello, Danny, William, Say, Sea Dog, Alfie, Pedro, Captain, Simple, Say, I already said Say, JGG, Oscar, Chris, welcome all, welcome. Okay, well, now that that happened, let's go get a Hunter's Mark on him, so we can at least do double damage with that. Still not that much damage, but more than none. There goes Queen Mab, and yeah, we're going to be out with almost everything. We will be able to get this thing as our last survivor, though. So if we really get lucky, we might be able to kill out the boss, but Probably not. Okay, so we'll go through this again. How many more do we need? We need 3 more casts before he annihilates her, which will be his next cast because the other one has stealthy. So yeah, unless this thing dies to skull, but then again, then he still kills us in 1 cast. It doesn't actually change. And there it goes. Oh, he even extra turned that. No, what are you doing? Yeah, he's gonna survive. There's no way I could take out that last little bit of damage. Too bad he's not in first slot right now. That actually would have done damage to him. He keeps taking his own mana. Stop taking your mana. Ah, skull. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing that. Nope. Nope. No skatey. No skatey. We'll throw that in there. Oops, that's not what I meant to replace. Get the Mang back in there. Mang. Freya. Queen Mab. And we're sticking with this. The only slight change we can make to this team is put Forest, or not Forest, what's it called? Put Frost Guardian in first slot. We do less damage, but we could delay him for as long as we want with skulls. But I kind of prefer this because we get more damage. And I need that higher damage output initially. Yeah, I have no clue how to say, or S-A-I. Sigh? No, it's not Sigh. Sigh is S-I-G-H. What do we need? We'll go take a Brown over. Get a Mang on him immediately. And what else do we need? Arrow, arrow, and then another arrow. We'll throw that down. Do I bother frosting this guy? He has immune to freeze, so it's probably not worth going for. I'm just gonna get another Mang. Stick with what we know, because this is what actually works. We'll give him a skull, because I do need that to die out. And now we just need that last little bit of mana, which we can't get, so we'll just take some yellows. Start getting into the next cast of that up. That will die to his skull, exactly what I need. And then we'll be good to go. Oh, he already has Annihilation? Hopefully he annihilates that, if we get lucky. Just in case he does do this on our hero, let me go throw this onto his first slot. Okay, he kills Queen Map. That wasn't the worst thing he could have targeted at. So he'll go that out. Now we can start killing everything with skulls. Everything dies 1 shot very easily. What do we need? We'll go take that. Move that down. Oh, I give him some yellow. He doesn't go for it, though. We'll take that. No skull for us. No drop for the skull. We'll just go and arrow him. We'll need 1 more, obviously. But hopefully we'll be able to get that before he does something. Anyway, I could try for a skull. I think we try for her mana first and go from there. So he's frozen, so that doesn't do anything. Skull? No skull. Okay, we'll take the purple, try for a skull. We're mainly doing it for the mana, though. Would have been great if we got a free skull out of it. Oh, I have a drop. Nice. We'll take that, and that's match. We win. Doesn't matter what we do. Well, actually kind of does. We can't Mang him, but the arrow does indeed take it out. Yeah, I think I'm sticking with this. And we're at 440 damage. Aw, but now we have a score that has a lose on it. So then again, almost every single score has a lose on it because of the current nature of this week, just how hard it is. Like, every single one that doesn't end in a 0 has probably lost once. Even the ones that have ended in 0 probably have as well. But it's just that they happen to have gotten random numbers that happen to have made it end in a 0. But, yeah. Really easy week to lose on. That is for sure. Okay, let's go into the next battle. Oh, it is pronounced like Psy. Okay, that's weird. I never seen it spelt like that then. Oh, Valraven in first slot. That's actually really good. If we're going to kill a Valraven and win the battle, that's about the only slot I could really be in which we'll be able to do it easily. That's nice. I might Mang him immediately, actually. Is that too quick? Yeah, I think that's too quick. I can't Mang him. Or do I? No. I think we stick with the standard strategy and then just go from there. And if we happen to get pokes, we get pokes. But at this point, never mind. We can just get him off a single skull. Because we get such a reduction on the boss that he gives us so much attack that we can just kill everything else out with the bonus. But didn't get the Brown there. He gives us a nice little shuffle. I guess I'll try for the skull while getting some more Mang. Because I will need that for the rest of his team. Well, actually, you know what? I don't really need that. But if our hero dies, I guess I'll need it. Mainly need purples and yellows right now. So much so I'm not even throwing Mang at the moment. I'm surprised he hasn't been taking any of his mana. I've been getting really lucky in that regard this battle. Let me go take this. Or wait, if he was frozen on blue, I would actually leave that there. Because he would get distracted by it. But let's go throw another arrow, and then we'll need 1 more arrow. We're almost at the point where we need like 4 arrows on him, gosh. Okay, yeah, hero's starting to take a pretty big toll. He's actually in 1-shot skull range now due to that single shot. I never thought this thing would actually be decent, but it actually is in this game mode because it does such a concentrated amount of very high damage. There's Queen Mab. There's a poke. He still has taken 0 mana. I don't know why. Really lucky, though, that the Raven isn't bothering to escape. Do I have enough to combo him? How much is Queen Mab right now? What's 26 plus 19? That's 45. Yeah. 46 actually, because of the +1. 46 into 24 is enough to kill. So let's do that. Will I regret not using Mang on something else? Probably. Is this still full HP as well? But it will indeed kill it out. Oh, you know what we could do instead? We'll go for that. Get a skull out of it too, apparently. And now we can just kill it out, then Queen Mab and then do all that other stuff. There we go. So we'll throw that in there. We'll Mang the... I really want to do it on first slot, but you know what we can actually do? We can throw this, and now we can skull kill it with a Frostling. And if worse comes to worse, we can win that way. So let me go target this guy. Come on, come on. I need the... What do I need? At this point, I guess I mainly just need a skull. Oh, too late. No. No. I could have killed him the previous turn if he... Or this turn if he didn't cleanse all that. Okay, plan B. Oh! Ooh. Okay, that changes things slightly. Okay, let's go move that. That changes the plan slightly. Did he just randomly... Yes, he did. He randomly hit my hero 2 times in a row. Amazing. Okay, this could be really bad, actually. There's no yellows on the board at the moment, so we're at least safe in that regard. But yeah, this thing definitely needs to go down. I'll go take that. Oh, good. We got the double damage. And he does not kill us. Good. And now we can just Queen Mab him. That thing is just tearing us apart. Gosh. He might get a really good random stat off this guy, too. 51 to a random stat is definitely not a small number. Hello, Lurking. Hello, Trylin. Welcome, welcome. And if any of you have anything you want me to go over, team builds or anything PvP related or this related, just let me know and we'll definitely make sure to do so. Or if you guys have any questions related to anything, we'll go and take the yellow there. We'll just throw that down. Guess we can go for a skull. We take it upwards because if we do it this way, we have a purple chance. We also have a triple red chance, so that's really unlikely. I'm mainly doing it for the purple chance there, which we didn't get, but oh well, we had the chance for it. You have enough damage, right? 26, barely, but that is indeed enough. So we'll go kill him out with that right before he has full mana, because I want to wait because he'll be blocking the red mana of the other troop if I wait. That's why we're waiting. We'll just move that over, I guess. He'll still not get full mana, surprisingly. I guess we, again, wait a turn. Go take that. Oh, frozen too, though that doesn't really help much in this situation. Oh, oops, did I leave that extra turn there? Apparently. But he also gives us an extra turn, so I guess it works out in the end. Oh, he can be Frostlinged. Maybe we can get a skull. That's 120 damage per skull. And the whole reason why I'm even using Frostling to begin with is for situations like that. And yeah, that's not going to be enough damage. But anything we do after this is enough. So all we have to do is simply hit him with something. There we go. And that's match. Okay, and we got the Valraven kill. Luckily, we got the Valraven in first slot. But there we go. 2. That kind of makes up for our 1 slight lose earlier. But, yeah, we'll just stick with this team. It seems to be working decently. Not sure if it's the greatest possible team, but it's at least working for my needs. And that's all we need. Okay, we'll go and get Mang up, as we always do immediately. Double check everything else. Try for Cascades. Didn't get any. Come on, we had 3 chances there. Actually, 2 chances. But still. We'll go and... Oh, Skylo's Skull. I keep not noticing the top of the board there. We'll go throw the Mang down. I think the main reason for that whenever I'm streaming is my eyes are always looking towards the right to try to peek at chat. But then when I do so, I'm not looking at like the top left side of the board. Let's see. You just watched the dev stream on Twitch? Yeah, they do stream every Monday on Twitch. Right after us, actually, due to the current time zone thingy. Syrup didn't seem to appreciate the Tacet raid like Salty did the week prior. Oh, I think it was just because they were confused what was going on. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, Salty really likes them. I think it just caught them off guard, but now they're kind of aware of it. Anyways. What do we need here? We're gonna take the purple. Oh, hello, Skull. That's not good. Also, this is, for whatever reason, the only troop in the entire game that has Plague Touch. Inflicts diseases when it does skull damage. It's kind of weird, because it's only on a common. It's, if I'm not mistaken, the only common in the game right now that has a unique trait that isn't on any other troop. This isn't actually a unique trait, but technically it is, because nothing else has it at the moment. So, other stuff will get it in the future, but they haven't bothered putting it on anything else, so it's technically unique. We'll go take that little skull poke. Mainly did it for the mana, not necessarily the skull itself. And again, do I go for that skull? I do have Mang up, but surprisingly, Mang is not enough damage to one-shot at the moment. Yeah, I need to distract, so we will go for that. He's already getting pretty close on mana, so I'm going to need to let him take that. 60 damage is not really that good when we could just go for some kind of Mang damage. I'll move that over, get Mang all the way up so we actually have enough to kill him. And now we aim at something else and we'll be good to go. And now we can just plow down the rest of his team. Okay, so we'll do this on third slot so we have time to go and get everything down. I guess I try for the skull here. Should be good. I don't have a drop over here, but I could do a purple to green. Is that worth it? I don't really... Well, I need the purple. I don't need the green. Aw, he gets a skull out of it. Okay, that's really bad. At least this one isn't diseased, but still. That is not too good. We'll try for the purple. Obviously, we can't take it yet, but nope, he denies us. I was hoping he wouldn't go for it. But no, he went for it. I can't take that blue because it goes to brown. It doesn't really leave us with much then, does it? I guess we have to take like a green or something. Maybe a green to try to get into brown, but that doesn't really help us much. Even if we landed it. Which we didn't. Well, she has no mana to take. None of them are available anywhere on the board. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay, he diseases that one. That's actually not too important. As long as it doesn't disease this one. Okay, that's pretty bad. Luckily, oh, I was going to say red doesn't go into him, but no, he got so much red into everything else that it did indeed end up leaking in. Okay, so far we can get a skull into another skull. I might be able to kill out the raid boss. It's going to come out really close. We'll try for the extra turn here. If we got one brown, we have a chance of winning. Oh, I didn't get it. We got a triple brown, triple green. Okay, interesting. I might not be able to win this. I was kind of going to use her to double tap the last slot. But now we're in a weird situation where the only way I win is if I get 2 skulls. So I'm going to deliberately not cast now, because there's no way I'm going to kill him with like 7 casts before he gets full mana. So my strategy right here is deny every brown and green while simultaneously trying to get skulls. That's what we have to do. And basically use our Mang as a skip turn when we need to. And don't even use it for its damage, use it only for skip turn. Okay, we got our 1 kill. Now I just need to get a skull before he gets full mana. I think I passed my turn. No, I can take this yellow safely. And then we might pass our turn next turn. Yeah, this is dangerous. This is safe. But it might lead to a purple drop. Do I go for it? I can actually technically try going for a purple drop now. I might go for it. It's 50-50 who gets in favor. If one does drop. Yeah, there we go! Triple skull! Into a 5-time skull. We didn't even need that much damage. But yeah, we went for it, and we got it. 3 times over. Yep, there we go. Nice. And that's how you do it. Somewhat luck. Somewhat skill. Mostly luck. Let's see. Like 90% luck right there, actually. Actually, more like 1 in 7 chance? Yeah, 1 in 7 chance. So 1 in 7 chance luck right there. Okay, we'll go and throw a Mang at him. Same strategy. Just throw Mang, throw the single target, go from there. Let him skull us. Let's see. Save the instant replay. Everything's always instant replayed because we have it on stream. I don't know if I would ever eventually do compilations. Probably not, because I'm really, really bad at doing it when I've attempted it in the past, and I kind of just gave up on trying. I'm not one of the kind of people that does compilations that well. I can do guides and stuff like that. Compilation videos I am just horrible at, though. Let's see, we'll go back, take that over. Okay, oh, wait, I can't let him kill the thing. I almost just let him kill my hero because of that skull. That's bad. Okay, well, we'll take this. I didn't want to have to take skulls this early into the battle, but we kind of have to. Do we throw this at him? No. Yes. Maybe. Yes. Yes is the verdict. We go for that. Oh, free skull. Still not enough to kill him. Wow. Hopefully we can get a queen map to go wipe that out, because I don't want to have to waste an entire skull to do that. Though I will if I have to. We could get a green drop or a red drop here. Green is extra turn. I mean, green or skull. Green is extra turn. Skull is a kill on him. Though we could easily do that off a queen map as well, so not necessarily needed to go do that. But, Okay, yeah, we'll give it a shot, I guess. So let's see. Yeah, we'll take the red to green. Yep, and we did indeed get the green drop. Perfect. Another 1 in 7. But if you don't go for them, you're never gonna get them. So might as well at least attempt them. So we'll go for the blue here. This is just for wiping out his first slot. I don't think we have enough damage to wipe out his last slot, though we could throw a Mang into it, but then we have the issue of dealing with the rest of his team post-Mang, which isn't going to work out that well. But I think I have to, because it's not going to be enough. What's 23 plus 27? That is exactly 50, right? 50, yeah, and then we can easily Mang after. Yeah, we're going to have to do that strategy. That kills out first slot. We take a skull here, that kills out him. And as long as he doesn't get full mana somehow right now. Oh, we actually just win off that, nice. Pretty lucky with the free skull just sitting there. And down it goes. Nice. On to the next battle, and our final battle if there's no bird here. So hopefully there's a bird. Come on, Valraven. Let's see a Valraven. Ah, no Valraven. Okay, that's our final battle, regardless of if we win or not. We'll go take that over. That gets her full mana. That's actually really quick. She has full mana before I even have my hero up. Do I take that skull? I think we passed on the first one, because I, of course, need to work him down and actually get our Mang ready. So Mang's ready now. Wait, is it? 258. No, 258 is not enough damage. I need a second Mang. But I also need a second arrow. Actually, I need 3 arrows. Yeah, I need 2 more arrows. He better not survive the second or the third arrow. If he does, we're in trouble. Basically, every battle beyond that point is just instant lose. Okay. So right here, we do have a skull. It doesn't cascade us anything, so I think I'm just going to let it kill it. We'll try for the purple there. Actually got it too. 2 skulls. This time we go for it because our hero is now exposed. Didn't get a skull there, so no free turn, but we'll try for a brown. If I took it the other way, I wouldn't have had a brown chance, which we did end up getting, which feeds into our Mang. Do I go for the other brown? I need that to be able to kill his golem thing in one shot, so I guess I'll go for it. Oh, good. We got the extra turn there. Well, apparently I'm not going to be able to one-shot it because I have to go and try for the extra turn here. So try for the green, didn't get it. He gets a little bit of purple. Oh, he gets a skull poke out of it too, but we get another one. Queen Mab, you can actually go clean that. So we'll throw the arrow at last slot, do a Queen Mab. You know what order do we do this in? I think we throw Mang there because he's the closest to death. We'll throw the Queen Mab. Actually, we'll wait a turn on Queen Mab because he might have more mana next turn. At least get slightly better value out of it. And yeah, now all we need is one nice arrow and we'll be good to go. We'll go take purple and yellows, every single one we can get. He kills us out with a skull. Not that big a deal, though that does hurt a little bit. Do I keep waiting it out? Yeah, I think I passed my turn. So I deliberately passed my turn right here. And no, we didn't get any manas I need. I need yellows and purples mainly. And of course he gets all of that, and a free skull, and an annihilation, and I only have 20 HP. And he just won because I don't have enough damage. Well, that escalated quickly. I need to get full mana this turn while simultaneously extra turning, which at this point is impossible to do unless we just randomly get it 4 times. Like, I would have to take this blue right there and get 3 times purple. That is the only chance we have of winning this right now. 3 times green into a purple also would work, both of which are excessively unlikely, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! We were 1 purple off of that actually working. We got 2 of the 3 purples to make that work. Unfortunately, the other one was a brown. If the other one was a purple, that actually would have given us the win, or at least the boss kill. It wouldn't have actually given us the overall win, unless we got super lucky after that. But oh well, we still don't have the double orb either. Hopefully we'll have that, all of them by the end of the week. We'll see where things are. Let's see. Did you try Dragon Guard with Mang? I have not tried Dragon Guard with this specific one. I've been using Archer for its 15% instant kill for the instances when we don't have enough damage, like against those 50% skull reductions and stuff like that, or if we just weren't able to get a Mang out quick enough. That 15% instant kill acts as a way to easily be able to poke out things, just in case we don't do enough damage to it. It doesn't work on the boss, but it works on everything in front of it. I wouldn't really advise using it for invasions, but for raids it works really well, because 3 out of the 4 troops can just be instantly killed out of it, and they get pretty tanky with the like obsidian golems and just normal golems and all the things that have those 50% skull reductions. Because this late, you will never, I shouldn't say never, but it takes a lot of attack buffing to actually be able to one-shot them. And for those moments that you don't, the Archer picks that up quite nicely. And always, you should almost always be using a hero class that gains 50% mana start. I do see the appeal of using the Guard, though, mainly because it allows us to survive 1 additional skull. So instead of dying in 2 skulls, we die in 3. But the biggest issue with that is we don't get a quick mang, and I can't really throw the single target. Maybe on a week where the thing doesn't have fast, because this week the thing has fast, the boss assassin, meaning it starts with half its mana, and it only requires 6, which you can easily obtain in 1 turn. We kind of need to get our mang up quickly, because to be able to keep up with the speed of our other troop, we also need that 50%. But on a normal week, when it's not like 50% for the other one, if it was something more like the panda from last week, if it was something more like that, you would easily be able to get away with using using something more like a Dragon Guard class, because you'd be able to use that 40% reduction without actually needing the 50%, because they're both going to get up at about the same time if it needs 12 mana. But because the current one only needs 6 mana, and the Mang would use 15 if it didn't have 50%, that's just way too large of a gap to cover, and you're just going to be holding her forever without actually utilizing her fast trait, which would not be good. But yeah, on most weeks you could probably get away with it, though I wouldn't advise using Dragon Guard this particular week, personally. Anyways, let me go do dungeons before I forget them. Don't forget the dungeons. Upset Soulforge, that's not dungeons. While we're here, though, was there anything I need to craft other than what we crafted already? No, it was just Cedric Sparkle Sacks. I almost feel like crafting more of him, but I'm pretty sure it's a waste. Like, that much just to get him Mythic? No. He doesn't actually really even need Mythic. All you really just need is 1 copy, if you even really need that. But, anyways, to the, dungeons. Go clear these out real quick. And there we go. Okay. Hello, Techni. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're currently running a 3x Warlock Valkyrie team for souls. If Dragon Soul hits the Forge, should you craft that or keep saving diamonds for Fair Shra? Ooh, that's a hard choice, actually. I would probably craft a Dragon Soul, because the way that the rotations work on the Soul Forge, it takes a very long time for a legend to come around, but a lot more common for a mythic to come around. So if you craft a Dragon Soul, you'd probably be able to get the mythic a couple weeks after when it comes back on rotation. Whereas if you skip the Dragon Soul and get the Fair Shra, you'll have yourself a Fair Shra, but it could be like months before you see a Dragon Soul again. So yeah, I would say Dragon Soul first, then Fair Shra in that case. It would net gain you more, I think, that way. Not to mention, you still have to, assuming you were earlier on in the game, you would still have to completely go out of your way as well to get all the trait stones for Fair Shra, which takes a lot of time out of your farming, whereas Dragon Soul, the second you get him, he's operational. You don't need to trade him at all. He's okay, he doesn't have horrible traits, but he doesn't need them to function. His full functionality works without a single trait on him. So the second you get him, he'll be working and giving you a lot of souls. Also, hello, Aaron and Painting, if I didn't already say hi. What else did I miss? You feel like the AI is smarter in raids? It seems about the same to me. In some instances, it almost seems dumber in raids. But that's mainly because the team compositions it's using are really weird, things that you normally wouldn't see ever. Because it's using a lot of scrappier troops to make sure it's not too excessively overpowered, or, you know, like difficult, the game mode. Because a good majority, if you guys have noticed, the good majority of troops that appear within raids, as well as invasions, are generally considered weaker tier troops that don't really get used. But because they have so much stats, they just become naturally decent. Anything with high stats would eventually become decent. We'll go through a Firebomb down. But they're not things you would normally see in actual battles, because they're all pretty much dead content, useless tier troops. A team for Gargantua, isn't that one useless mythic that does a bunch of damage, boost ratioed by things that died? Using it with Sunbird's quite amazing. Using it with Firebomb Sunbird's also pretty nice. But most people consider it as the worst mythic in the game at the moment. Yeah, Gargantar. Yeah, he deals damage to an enemy boosted by all allies at a 50, all allies and enemies that have died, and basically every single thing that dies in the battle gives him 15 additional damage off of his ability. The biggest issue with this is you have to keep constantly getting deaths, either by forcing it on your own team or getting the enemy to do it, and it just normally doesn't really work out that well. The only thing I would really use this for is if you notice the enemy team has a Sunbird on it, or something that like kills itself out a lot, like maybe Firebombs or something else. It's okay to use in those situations, but that's about the only thing it really counters. In most other situations, it's just kind of useless, especially without its traits. It doesn't gain too big of a benefit from its traits, but the traits do give, like, impervious. Anything with impervious tends to always be at least somewhat okay. But no, he is considered one of the weakest possible legends. I mean, mythics in the game. There just isn't much of a purpose for him, and there's much better one-shot options. And for 22 mana cost, just to one-shot something with no additional side effect is really bad. If he had some kind of additional side effect on top of this, it could be okay, but he doesn't. Like, maybe if he, like, summons a troop, like, kills a random ally other than himself, but then summons a random troop of some kind or something, maybe that could make him a bit better or something, I don't know. But, the current state of him is really bad, and for whatever reason, they didn't end up buffing him, even though there were a lot of mentions when he first came out that he was way too underpowered. But they still have yet to make any changes to him, unfortunately. And he's, yeah, pretty much just useless, for the most part. Though if you are earlier on in the game, you can use him with Sunbird, him, Firebomb, and one other troop, mainly for mana generation. Oh, that's a real gnome. Oh, nice. I got pretty lucky. The first battle we did all stream that has a chance of giving a gnome, and we got a gnome. So, lucky day, apparently. We'll go move that over. Well, we were getting pretty good luck during raids. Hopefully we'll get a vault key here. Also, for any of you that are interested, the vault event is starting next Friday. And I believe they are buffing the drop table for it, too. Either the next patch or this exact next vault. Not sure exactly when they're implementing it. But, yeah, they are planning on buffing the vault event some. And what do we get from this guy? What's 4,000 gold? That's like the third time in a row we've gotten 4,000 gold from a gnome. Actually, no, it wasn't the third time. We got 100 souls, then 4,000, then 4,000. So that was the current rate of them. Hey, he's using the same team as us. In a slightly different order. Same concept. Use him with Elspeth? Elspeth is really inconsistent at spamming its thing. Well, I guess you could use it with an Elspeth also. So you could run something like Sunbird, Gargantar, Elspeth, and one troop to just kill with Elspeth in last slot. Something like a red or something. Maybe like Ogren or something like that. You can just kind of get away with using that. Not really the most advised thing to use, but it would function. It would definitely function. I can actually go do that real quick. Haven't used Gargantar for ages. Also, I was on vacation at the time, too, so when I covered it, I don't think I ever really streamed much Gargantar, which might also be why some people don't really know about teams, because I haven't actually done any video on it. Well, I have done a video on it, but I haven't done, like, streams and other content going deeper into it. I just did, like, a few teams and then never touched them again, because it was pretty useless. I think I might have done it just, like, a little bit after the fact, like, when I came back, but barely at all. We'll go throw the Infernus down, and then just get some pokes here and there. Yeah, the main reason that most people can't really figure out teams with them is just because there are no teams with them. It's pretty much as simple as that. There just aren't really any viable things to use them for. We'll go and just take out the red here. Throw the Infernus. And down it goes. How many snots have we done this week? I think we're only at about 400. I'm pretty sure you're at like 4,000 by this point. I'm not even, like, I'm just like past the halfway point. We'll very easily reach the full. Okay, never mind, a little bit further than that. We're at 584. But yeah, this is a really ridiculously easy week. It can be done in like 3-4 hours if you just spam it out and explore. Of course, PvP takes quite a bit longer. But you could easily get about, what is 4 times, 4 times 4, 6, no, wait, what am I calculating? It's 4, yeah, 4 times 4, 16 times 60. What is 16 times 60? That is about how many snot gems you could get per hour at approximately maximum. Is 16 times 60. Wait, what? Hold up. I have to have done math wrong. That's 1 hour. Hold up, no. So you can win 4 times a minute. So 4 times 60. And that is 240. And you can win, and you get 4 kills per battle. Oh, yeah. You can actually complete this event in 1 hour. What? Why does that seem wrong? Yeah, you can get 960 snot gems in 1 hour by doing Explore, at maximum. More realistically, it'll be about 1/3 of that. So what is that times 0.75? Realistically, it's more like 720 per hour. But yes, you could literally do the event in 1 hour with like a standard Explore team. Interesting. Okay, I guess that math is correct. Maybe we should go do explore. Gosh, we could have it done by like the end of this stream. Though we're already gonna have it done naturally, so I don't really need to go out of my way to go do that. But yeah, that is super quick. That would explain why I have over 21,000. That means you've been farming it for about 20 plus hours. Unless you were getting like really efficient times. You can win slightly quicker than 4 per minute though. Realistically, 4 per minute is the quickest you could ever really do consistently. Like over the course of multiple hours. Anyways, what was I about to go do? Oh yeah, I was going to go test that one Gorgotha team. Maybe not against that though. That's a little bit too heavy of a team. That is also quite an annoying team. Can we get teams that aren't as annoying to go test this against? Something more mid-range. That's still annoying as well. Come on. That's too easy. That's just 4 of those little guys. What's this team? Come on, please. What's with all the Scions all of a sudden? Seriously, what's with all the Scions? I thought they kind of went away. There's the standard Nyx team, which is so annoying. There's just 4 Drake Riders. Maybe normally I would want to go for that, not at the moment. Again, another Scion. Another Nyx team. Another... What is this? We're getting the same 3 teams every time. A combination of every team we just saw. Another... okay, that one's... Okay, oh, this one we can go do. It's actually a bit strange. Oh, that's the old... I see. That's the old Corvash team. Back when Corvash was not nerfed. As well as... No, Queen Map was nerfed at the time, but Corvash wasn't nerfed. A team similar to that, as well as sometimes even that exact thing was sometimes used. Anyways, let me go and change out everything we need. So, Gorgotha. Let me go get all the components for that. So, first thing we need is obviously Gorgotha himself. Sunbird. It's perfectly fine if a Sunbird blocks him. Sunbird, Ogrin, and Elspeth. And we'll just go kill that out. And should be good to go. So we'll throw this in there. Banner will keep exactly as is. I don't really care if we -1 on her. Well, I guess it matters a little bit, but not that much. And we'll just go into this. Okay, so we'll go grab that. What else do we need to move around? Well, I guess we go for the kill then, because we don't have any drops or anything. So we'll go for this, get the reds we need. That also boost ratios him. One annoying thing about him, though, is there's no, like, counter or anything in the game that tells you how much damage he's currently up to. So you have to keep track whenever you're using this guy, every single kill you do. And if you don't do that, then you'll have no clue how far you are on the kills. So we are currently at 2 kills now. So that means we have 30 additional damage. So we just need to see based on that if we can get a kill. So this plus 30 is 72. That is currently not enough to kill anything. So we'll take a skull, and now that'll be enough to kill him. So that is now 3 hits. So that's 3 kills. And we just have to keep keeping track of them constantly throughout the entire battle. Do I throw a Sunbird yet? Yeah, I think I throw the skull first. So we'll do that. That's 4 kills. And should be up to 5 in a second. What should we do for Cascade? I don't see anything too good for Cascading. So that's 5. What else do we need to move around? Take a purple. We get another Sunbird. Only problem now is our Sunbird's kind of blocking it a bit. But we can still clean up pretty nice with Sunbird. Hopefully we'll get this on purple and not brown. Oh, then again, brown would feed into him. I guess that's fine if it goes into brown. I already lost track of how many kills we have. Though then again, we already have enough damage to kill everything. So I guess it doesn't matter too much. Let me go take this. We might get a... oh, exactly that. The red just drop, and down it goes. Yeah, something along the lines of that. It's also relatively cheap, other than the Elspeth aspect of it. Well, I guess Elspeth and the Ogrin, but Sunbird Gorgotha. Well, if you're making a Gorgotha team, the Sunbird itself is pretty cheap, I should say. Of course, supporting troops, you could just put double Firebomb here if you wanted to. I'm running Elspeth Ogrin just because it's slightly better. Let's see how it does against a real team. This one's a little bit more real than the previous one that we were just at. But let's see what this one does. Oh, sorry, I didn't read your question, Manuel. What was your thingy? And if I missed any of your other questions, feel free to just keep spamming it, because I do sometimes luck over them by accident. Does the AI get smarter the higher the level you are? Yes and no. Yes, it does, but it only does it up to, like, level 50. Prior to level 50, the AI runs at a extremely dumb AI. But once you reach level 50, or I forget if it's specifically level 50, but somewhere around there. It's either level 50 or level 40 or somewhere around that general ballpark. But at that level range, it starts going to a different AI that is slightly smarter. But prior to that, it uses a really dumb AI, which is sometimes why newer players who end up quitting and not getting into the game are like, wow, this AI is like so ridiculously easy. What even is this game? It's because the AI deliberately is really, really easy when you're first starting out to not be as harsh against newer players. So it's just deliberately easier then. But no, it doesn't get any harder beyond that level point. Once you reach level 50, you are pretty much the hardest AI you'll ever have in the game. It doesn't get any harder than that. Let's see. And it doesn't, no game modes have different, like, variations of the AI. Well, maybe to make the troops work, but, you know, they're all running basically the same way. All the game modes. Hello, Cherry Top. Glad you could join us. Let's see. What was the other question? There it is. Explore teams that can soul farm. Normally that would be anything with Dragon Soul. You just rush, basically, Dragon Soul up constantly, and then you get a bunch of souls while few-shotting the opposing team. What you specifically build out of it depends really on what you want to do with your Dragon Soul. But yeah, you can do some kind of like weird Dark Troll Dragon Soul team and get a bunch of mana that way. Would work out decently. Alright, let's start counting up the kills now. So go through that. 1. Oh yeah, Black Beast is pretty funny with Gargantar too, because you could have one gigantic skull troop. Plus, if you run out of troops, you can keep devouring your Gargantar just for the skulls. Because while it won't kill him, you'll still get the skull effect from it, which is nice. So go grab that. We're up to 1 kill so far. Go use this. Hopefully get a lot of mana out of it. Decent amount. Not a super, super large amount, though. But go move that. We're up to 2 kills now, and we should be able to actually land one. I guess we go for Famine. Oh, actually, you know what? Infernus might be more annoying at this point. So go for the Infernus there. That's up to 3 kills now. Skull is pointless, so I'm not even going to bother taking that. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have -1'd our Elspeth. What are we up now? 3 kills, because we got him and cast it twice. We're going to move that over. Didn't surge. We'll go drag that down. Nice, nice. Ooh, very nice. Let's go for kill number 4. Wait, we're at 3 right now. How much damage is that? That's 45. That's 89. I mean, 87 damage, math. That is not enough to kill that. It is enough to kill the other 2. So I guess for here, we go for the Famine kill. Then we go for this. And I don't even need to keep track of how many kills we have at this point, because we already know that that's enough to kill them, because they're already low enough. That's the only slight issue with using it with a Sunbird. You pretty much actually reach the point where you're already like one-shotting them, even without the additional damage on him. Unless they're specifically like HP buffing or armor buffing or something. Alright, he just exploded like the entire board. 33 explosions, wow. A lot of explosions. I just gotta get another Dawnbringer here. I don't know exactly what we should go do to that, so I'm gonna take the skull. Oh, he didn't do anything. Perfect. We'll go kill that out, and now it's just a Dawnbringer. Which is still very annoying. Just a Dawnbringer is still a lot. Wait, well, you actually got a different ability up. That's funny. Oh, this one's actually not too bad. It deals damage based on its mana cost. And because it has such a high mana cost, we're actually hitting a okay number. By okay, I mean 43, which is actually ridiculously low. But I don't know what they were thinking with this troop. I wish it was like twice their base mana cost. This had a lot of potential of being a great mythic counter. But they didn't really make it like that. It deals damage to an enemy boosted by the enemy's mana cost, which of course would make it really good against legends and mythics. I wish they would make a legendary or mythic version of this troop, where basically the same concept, but make it like a 2x boost ratio, maybe with a board control effect. It would become one of the best counters to high rarity, high mana cost troops. But yeah, this doesn't really serve that purpose that well. The most you can get out of this is off of Wardbreaker, which would be 32 additional damage. And even on the best possible option, the most you're getting is 55 damage. And there are so many troops that can do more than 55 damage for 11 mana cost. So even in his base case scenario, he is not even that good. He does have a bunch of immunities, but those, other than mana drain immunity, none of them are too particularly over the top. Anyways, let me go throw him out. I don't even think I've used his ability before. Oh yeah, it also only hits the first enemy too. It's not even targetable. I forgot about that too. That also makes it even worse. But we'll go and Sunbird kill him. And actually, let's take the skull. Why not? Go grab the skull, and down it goes. What troop is next week's event based on? Next week's event is... Oh, I already forgot. Where's the little screen thingy for it? Next week's event is... It's an elemental of some kind. Oh, it's Forest of Thorns elemental is what next week is. So we're going to need to use 4 times elemental or 3 times elemental plus hero, in the invasion next week against all the towers. So we'll have that to deal with. As far as the new not invasion troop, as far as what it does is it is a ultra rare. It is a green yellow. It deals magic plus 3 damage to the weakest enemy, and if the enemy dies, destroy all purple gems. Weird, because that's not a guarantee thing. That doesn't seem too good. It does have wood ancestry though, which is immune to mana drain, silence, fairy fire, and entangle. It also has air link, but no, that's not too good. It's for 12 mana costs. So you could basically, if and only if you get a kill, you're getting a full destroy on all the purples. But the weird thing about that is, you can already do that for cheaper at 100% rate. It just kind of goes to show how strong the owl is. But yeah, you can get better value already. There's no point in ever using that troop. You can just go use, what's its name instead? What's it called? The owl or something. Barn owl, or snowy owl. It destroys all purples at 100% chance, and then creates 7 of any chosen color. And it's for 8 mana instead of 12. The other one does have an air link, but this has a purple link, so you still have technically a +1 link. So, yeah, interesting. I guess the other the benefit more so for the other one would be maybe so you could have the immune to mana drain, though that doesn't come into play too much. But yeah, next week's event troop doesn't seem like it'd be better than Snowy Owl. Snowy Owl would basically be the superior choice to it, despite it being a common, and one of the best commons at that as well. But yeah, there's really no point in using next week's troop because you can just use Snowy Owl. Of course, there might be situations you use it like invasions and stuff, but as far as like normal gameplay like PvP and such, or Guild Wars, you would never bother using that. You wouldn't bother using a Snowy Owl either, but you also wouldn't bother using that. In PvP, you would bother using a Snowy Owl. You can't use Snowy Owl in Guild Wars, mainly because it's way too hard to try to build a proper team around that, because you're missing an entire color. And you could also only use it on Yellow Day, and there's plenty of better options on Yellow Days for mana generation. If you don't have a lot of souls, is it worth spending gems on souls? These days, no. I would never bother spending gems on souls. It's actually really quick to get the amount of souls to gems. They really need to like buff the packs or do something with them to make it worth it. There's almost no circumstance where I would say go for this, unless you're spending like thousands on the game and you just don't feel like throwing, going out of your way to farm the things, or if you're just starting out and you just kind of want to have a nice quick burst, maybe. But no, you can farm 75,000 gold in about 20 minutes or less, and you can farm 18,000 souls in 1 hour or less. Earlier on in the game, it might take about 2 hours to farm that many souls, but overall, it's not that bad. And for how much that gem actually costs, I think it's actually money efficient, even if you were spending money on the game, not to even buy them, because you can just farm them so much quicker by just playing the game than you can actually buying them, which is funny. Like, let me go see real quick. It costs, I want to see. Let's break down the cost hourly. So 500, this is the best pack for it. So you get 18,000 souls for 500. 500 gem costs, let's say 30? Actually, a little bit more than 30. Let's say 35, just to be generous. So you would have to be able to make $35 per hour at your job for it to be efficient to buy souls, which is quite ridiculous. But yes, if you make over $35 an hour with your investments or your job, it is worth spending gems on these. And in this case, I think you have to make like $50 an hour for it to actually be worth it. So obviously, to the realistic person, you would never ever bother on Cauldron of Souls or the other thing. It's much quicker to just farm them. Gold rates can get anywhere from about 200,000 to about 350,000 per hour, maybe slightly less earlier on. And soul rates can be around about 20,000 to about 50,000 within the game per hour. So earlier on in the game, it actually is a little bit lower. I think you can only do about 10,000 in the arena when you're first starting out, but even then, that's only 2 hours. Still not that bad. A lot of things are extremely overpriced in this game. There's very, very few purchases in this game that are like really worth it. Death Knight armor, the daily gems, and a few other like very niche packs and stuff out there are worth it. But a good majority of them, like 90% of the purchases within the game, are way excessively overpriced. And they always have been that way, pretty much. I'll go move that over. What do we even need? We'll go throw the Mercy down. We'll go do that. We'll throw an Infernus in there. Oh yeah, we're throwing Mirror again. Actually, we're not doing exact Mirror. He's using a Mang for whatever reason. A little bit of an odd choice. But I guess it kind of works. Maybe he does... Oh, no, I was about to say, maybe he doesn't have Infernus. Wait, why is he using that then? Because you could just put Diviner there instead and it'd be better. Slightly confused. Maybe he's just hoping he gets a lot of lucky skulls. That can happen. You can just go like 3 skulls in a row and just plow down the entire team. Out of pure luck sometimes. Have had it happen. Very, very rarely does it happen, but very rarely does the defend team even win to begin with, so if it does occur, maybe it could pull off some wins. Now we'll go throw that down. We did go do dungeons, right? Yeah, we did. I always am like so paranoid that I forgot about them, because I have several times in the past, but... you leveled up, and are the servers okay? Yeah, the servers should be okay. I know they can barely even withstand your leveling anymore, can they? Oh, we can get a triple cascade. Oh, never mind, it's just a double. Yeah, it is triple, never mind. Get that. Not exactly the best of value, but triple is a triple. Go throw an Infernus in there. He's gonna do a bunch of gem spawn and barrier and HP and all that mess. I don't have... This team needs this spell so badly. Unfortunately, there's no way to fit it on this team. One of the few things this team is really missing to function correctly. It doesn't have any really good way to remove barrier unless they're out on HP. Which he actually is at the moment, but because we have so much loop, we're not going to have the opportunity to reduce it down. And I don't have Kraken or anything. Kraken's actually one of the best troops in the game for removing barrier. Just automatic. Not only does its ability remove barrier before the Devour, which is unique only to Kraken, but it also has the trait that will just instantly remove barrier every time you extra turn, since it does damage to everything. Which ends up working really well for it. That's the only thing I miss about using Kraken in almost all my teams, is you don't get that really easy... that and Azura. Azura and Kraken are just absolutely insane at countering barrier. It's like they don't even have barrier, they counter it so well. What do we even need? I'll just go take that down. Yellow, don't really need that. Mercy is also not really good. I guess we take it though, just for the cleanse, because why not? He's gonna die to the burn, so I guess it doesn't even really matter what we do. Oh, what level are you, by the way, Techni, these days? Are you approaching 2,000 yet? I think you're not even at 1,900 though. Aren't you like 1,840, I want to say? Somewhere around there. How close was my guess? I'm guessing 1,843 is my guess. 1,843 for your level. We're gonna move that over. Oh, 1,947? Okay, I'm nowhere near. Oh wow, you've gotten a lot of progress then since then. When are you planning on 2,000 then? Looks like you'll hit it by like this summer. Maybe even before summer hits. Really nice. And you'll definitely be the first person by a long shot to be reaching level 2,000, that is for sure. Because you have a gigantic lead. I think second place is like, what, level 1,600 at the moment? Let me actually go check that. I'm kind of curious off the top of my head. Let's see, Gems of War DB. And where to go? Kingdoms, classes, bosses, high scores, leaderboard, hero level. And yep, the next runner-up is level 1,511 approximately, which is more than 400 levels below you. What a gap. That is insane. Yeah, you have like a gigantic lead. No one's even remotely close. I wonder where DHJL would be if he was still playing the game these days. He was originally the guy that was like always on first place on the leaderboard, who had a lot of time, free time, and ended up just spending it mainly on Gems of War, and while just being with his family and such. But yeah, he ended up, I think he made first place about, oh, how many weeks in a row? It was like several months. I don't even know because it was so ridiculously long. He also was the first and I believe only person ever in the game, I'm not sure if Techni has done that yet, or if anyone else has bothered trying, to have 1 billion gold. 1 billion gold obviously takes a very, very long amount of time. While we normally have several million, to be able to maintain that while still doing contributions to the guild and everything like that, that is really hard. Actually, if I check my total amount that I have donated to my guild in the last year, or a little bit over a year, almost 2 years now. It is not even a quarter of a billion, I don't believe. But yeah, he ended up making the first billion ever. Let me see. Guild. Yeah, not Guild Wars. I meant to check Guild and my actual guild. And let's see. In the last almost 2 years, I haven't even hit 100 million. Actually, technically I have, because if I donate the rest of my guild, that will actually be 100 million. But yes, in almost 2 years, yeah, 617 days, I have not even hit 100 million. But he ended up hitting 1 billion while still doing guild contributions, which at the time was like a 500,000, I think, a week. I don't even think 4 times speed existed then either. So he did it at normal time speed. Like, not even 4 times, not even 2 times. Well, it's more like what 1.5 times is right now. But, yeah, that quicker speed didn't even exist. So, that billion gold was harder to obtain then than it even is now. Which is even more of a challenge, for sure. Because now the gold rate is basically twice as quick as it was before. Maybe even slightly quicker than that. Yeah, he still, I think, is the only one who's done it. What do we even need to go do here? We'll go move that over. Take a skull. What else do we need? We'll go and throw that in there. See if we can go get another little poke in there. Poke, poke. Get the Infernus, and we should be good to go. What a nerd. I consider that to be a lot of dedication. Okay. We'll go move that over. Never mind, we can get a free turn there. Oh, come on, go. And just get that down, move that over. Anything else we need to move around? Not really, we'll just get an Infernus in there. And there we go, you just got Gorgotha. What team do you recommend with that creature? Literally anything. Gorgotha, well, Gorgotha you do need fully traded before it really functions correctly. But once you get it fully traded, you basically just ram it into first slot and put anything behind it. There almost is no wrong Gorgotha team, just because it works with essentially every troop in the game. The only thing it doesn't normally work with is other brown yellows. But other than that, almost every other troop in the game, you can just put it behind it and you win. The most common builds you build are Gorgotha, damage source, mana generator, damage source, and just plow down every team using that. And your banner is normally either brown-yellow for your Gorgotha, or whatever mana your other mana accumulator is that's in third slot. And the mana accumulator doesn't have to be in third slot. It's also commonly done in second slot, doing Gorgotha, mana generator, and then two damage sources. But basically any combination of that concept is what most Gorgotha teams are built out of. Like, even if I go show, where's my, I know it's under one of these teams. I think it's this one. Did I overwrite it? I overwrote it earlier for that other team, didn't I? Really? Okay. Well, plan B. I'll write it over this team then. This is still ages ago, gosh. Let me go clear out this team. Name it, Standard, Infernus. Actually, Mercy Infernus. Let's call it that. Mercy Infernus. But, this is one of the more popular concepts of that currently exists in the game right now. Infernus, Gorgotha, Infernus, Mercy, and Dawnbringer. Of course, it doesn't have to be with these heavy of troops, but this kind of concept is what basically every Gorgotha team is built out of. Gorgotha in first slot, a heavy damage source, another heavy damage source, and a mana generator, preferably one that goes into your Gorgotha and the other troops. And in this case, it actually goes into all three of them. So we'll go and put that to the double yellow. And normally this would be ran with Bard class. Currently, I'm not switching my class just to go do the one team with it. But it can also be ran with basically any half mana start class, like what we're using now. It would still be fine. Okay, right off the bat, like any Mercy team, you hope to have alignment. And if you don't, then oh well. I just can't do anything. Well, we're probably going to let him Mercy because we should get a lot of value out of it. So we'll just move that over. He should miss. Okay, never mind. That value. That was a lot of value, but we'll go and get a Mercy there. If nothing else, Mercy keeps healing our weakest, so we can keep getting that up easily. He's going to get a nice Valkyrie here. Nothing I can do to stop that, though. And he does indeed land it, and that gives him pretty much everything. Luckily, he did not get Scion. Never mind, I spoke too soon. He did indeed get Scion. He didn't actually go for it. As you can see, even through 2x skull damage. Never mind, he hasn't hit 2x skull damage yet because he didn't do true damage to us yet. But, yeah, he you can't even really even break through Gorgotha. Gorgotha is generally considered the heaviest tank in the game. It's the most commonly used proper tank. There are things that are technically tankier than it, but most of them aren't really used, like Stonehammer. Even though it's technically tankier, it doesn't really serve as big of a purpose, mainly because its ability isn't as good as Gorgotha's. Gorgotha not only has a cleanse, but it also has a really nice amount of mana accumulation, which is what mainly puts it together. But yeah, teams like that, basically around Gorgotha, not necessarily with those exact components, but the whole double mana generator, or Gorgotha, the double damage mana generator kind of concept is basically the concept for every Gorgotha team ever made. And it's one of the easiest troops to ever build around. You may notice on a lot of my suggested teams video, I try to not do it as... I try to restrain myself as much as I can, but basically every team in existence can run under that formula of Gorgotha double damage source mana generator. I do use that combination slightly too much sometimes when showing teams. Like even here, I think I showed it with a Gorgotha. But you can even see it in this team, trying to use the Frost Archer. It's actually, I used something different here when I was showing it for the video, but it's the same kind of concept. It's Gorgotha, double damage source, and then the mana generator in third slot. Same concept, different team. Well, in that case, it's almost the same team, but I did show a different one for the video. Forget exactly what it was at this point, but... let's see, we were wondering if you found a good team for Cedric Sparklesack. We did a video on it earlier, nothing really too over the top. They're kind of fun to mess around with, but none of them are viable compared to actual gold farming troops. Standard gold farming teams, like things that can win out PvP quickly, are still better overall than bothering with a Cedric Sparklesack. He is nice to have, because there are purposes for him, like with Bonnie Rose and stuff. And there might be gold boosting troops in the future that boost ratio based on gold, where he's going to be almost mandatory to have. So already having him in stock for when that does happen. Like maybe the next Blackhawk event, they might have something related to gold boost ratio again. That's going to be really viable. The most viable thing at the moment, there's two really viable things that are based on gold. It's the pistol, the Sparklock pistol or whatever it's called. That one brown-blue hero weapon. That's basically a Gorgotha for cheaper mana and more efficient. Once you get the gold on it with Sparkle Sacks, that's really good with him. It's basically a hero version of Gorgotha once you get it going. And the other one that's really good is Bonnie Rose, because Bonnie Rose gets one-shots when she gets enough gold, and it's really easy to reach when you have a Sparkle Sack on your team. Those are really the only two things it's really viable at using. Every other option doesn't really work that well. Yeah, Bronze Lock Pistol with Cedric is pretty amazing. I don't think I have any saved at the moment, but let me go do one real quick. Yeah, let's go do... we were doing it with Ward Breaker earlier. Ended up working out really nicely. I know Ward Breaker is a little bit of an expensive option, but you can easily just use like a Dragon Soul in its place, and it would serve a similar purpose. Plus, it would gain you souls and gold at the same time. But Spark Lock. Well, I need him too. Oh, it's not called Spark Lock. It's called something Pistol. What is it called? Bronze Lock. I knew it was something Lock. Okay, Bronze Lock. What else do we need as far as utilities? Well, let's see. We need a mana generator. What do we use for mana generation here? I kind of just want to go Mercy, just to get the really quick thing. But we kind of have to go Alchemist because I need the gold. So, while Mercy would go quicker, this would still serve the same purpose. And we could just go like that. Anyways, we could also put Infernus there. We could also put, like I mentioned, Dragon Soul there, though the yellow wouldn't work. Let me see. What's another yellow low mana cost, or not low mana cost, but low rarity yellow that would work here? It has to be something that explodes on the board or gains mana to a decent degree while still doing a lot of damage. Problem is most of those troops are legends and mythics. Divine Isabella actually wouldn't be bad. Let's see. If you happen to have it laying around. Or Yali would be good, but it's mythic. Guard would be good, but it's mythic. Garuda, I guess, would be okay, but it has no mana generation similar to Guard. I guess Goblin Rocket would be okay if you had no other option. Let's see. Yeah, Goblin Rocket probably would be the best, cheaper option. Infernus would be amazing if you have it and don't have Ward Breaker. King Silenus, I guess, would be okay, though it doesn't have mana generation. Lion Prince, if you had absolutely no option, could be okay because it has the slate board control and mana accumulation. Other than that, not too many other options. Pretty much all of them. Oh, World Breaker, obviously. That's actually what we're using this time. Wait, we only have one World Breaker? I just tried dragging him. We actually don't have a second one. Interesting. And that's, yeah, pretty much it. Anyways, let's go and rush up the Alchemist first. What banner will we need for this? I guess we'll go into... Well, I need red on him. He has a +1, but I need to make sure he has a little bit more than just that. What aren't we using? We're not using purple. There are 2 minus purple banners. Which one works better? There's the +2 brown, +1 blue. That seems pretty nice if we want to get the pistol up quickly. Oh, there we go. That's what we need. +1 red, +1 double brown. That's exactly what we need. That's +2 red, +2 brown total on our team. I should probably not throw it against that team now to safety's sake. Let me go throw it against... sure, that one's a little bit more tame. Hello again, John. Welcome. Alright, we're going to move that down. We got our pistol going. Move that over. We don't need his ability at the moment. His ability is actually really bad. I wish I had like a little bit of board control on it at least. Or at least a gold gain or something. But it doesn't. Okay, he's going to get a little bit of value there. Do we not have Valkyrie? I mean, Alchemist? I have it on red. It's not really a color I'd want to get rid of though, but we'll go do it. And now we get some good pistols, so we'll go through that. Keep getting our gold up. Really important that that gets up. And we're only halfway there, actually. But we can go start taking out main objectives, like his Kraken. Start poking at some, at least. And World Breaker now, and now we basically just have Gorgotha on our team. Even though we don't actually have a Gorgotha there. We have a archer version of Gorgotha, or whatever hero class we're using. We have a makeshift Gorgotha now. So basically what happens, if you look at this board, let me slow it down a bit. I showed it earlier, but show it again. If we go and do this, it will destroy every gem on the board. Or actually, I think it misses 3 or something. Let me see. What is, what's his boost ratio? What is that divided by 4? Calculator. 225 divided by 4. 225 divided by 4, rounded down, is 56. 56 plus 5. It does 61 gem destroy, so it'll do everything except 3. But this is still more value than a Gorgotha, because with a Gorgotha, you would only get 70% of the value of every single one of those gems that would get hit. Whereas with doing it with this, you get 100% of the value of every gem that you hit. So you're getting a lot better value out of them. Like when we do that explosion right there, even though we destroyed just as much, we got 70% less mana because of the restriction on explosion. But Destroy doesn't have that restriction. Destroy gets 100% of the benefit. So yeah, it's technically better than Gorgotha in this kind of team. Yeah, and Gorgotha's already an amazing troop. And you get to use any hero class with it too. So if they ever add like another really nice hero class that you could use in first slot, like right now we're trying to use 15% instant kill and half starting mana start. But you can use any hero class with this. You could use Titan's 40% reduction. If you want something more Gorgotha themed, you can go throw maybe something like the Titan class if you wanted to go into something else, if you want to replace something else out. But yeah, there's definitely plenty. It's a lot more versatile than what you could do with a Gorgotha. And it basically just functions as the same thing if you don't actually own one. Of course, it does require having a pretty big troop to have here. You need like World Breaker and Furnace, ideally. Those are the 2 best things you could have here. Most other options don't really work as well, but if you were to farm like anything to try to make a Cedric Sparkle Sack work, something along the lines with World Breaker and Furnace here, could actually be one of the best gold farmers in the game. If we were to go on a lower difficulty and deliberately try to just farm gold, this could be some of the highest gold gains we could possibly get because of the extra gold that we're getting per battle on top of the pretty much standard wins. We'd win with this at about the same speed as we would with just about anything else for the most part. But anyways, guys, is there any other questions I may have missed? Otherwise, I think I'll be heading off for the night. We'll be back tomorrow morning, same time as always, same time as always on Fridays and Saturdays, which is at, oh, what time is that? I'm trying to think of 13 hours from now is when that's going to be starting. And of course, we'll be back same time tomorrow night, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. Also, tomorrow is Saturday, so I will be probably finishing up Puzzle Quest. I believe tomorrow will be the last Puzzle Quest stream for a while. We'll be doing that at around 4:35-ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time, somewhere around there. And we'll be pretty much finishing Puzzle Quest. I might revisit the game in the future, but for all intents and purposes, I believe that will technically be 100% completion as of the next stream. And even if it's not truly 100%, at that point, we will probably revisit it again and just kind of poke things here and there. But yeah, tomorrow will be technically, quote-unquote, the finale of Puzzle Quest 1, at least for a while. Let's see. Is there some sort of extra event for this weekend? No, not this weekend, but next weekend it is. On the 30th. And running for that entire weekend will be a gnome event. So next weekend will be more gnomes within the vaults. I mean, more gnomes within battles, which have a higher chance of giving vault keys. They're also buffing the drop pool in general for them, I believe, very slightly, just to kind of get rid of some of the useless tier stuff in them. So yeah, that will start next Friday, and it will last from Friday at reset time of 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or your equivalent on Friday, all the way until the Monday reset. That is not currently, but it will be next weekend, starting the next Friday in the morning. But yeah, it runs from 3 a.m. Friday until 3 a.m. Monday, Eastern Standard Time. And that's how long that will run for. But yeah, it starts in, let me see if I actually have a timer for it. No, I don't think there's any timer in the game that actually shows it for whatever reason. That's weird. There's no timer in the game that shows the vault. You would think, like, the bounty has a timer. Why wouldn't the gnome thing also have a timer? It's a little bit strange. I don't know why they don't have one, but anyways, that should be when it's coming. Will you make a stream about Guild War Defend teams in the future? As far as making like a video or something, I might in the future. I have gotten many requests on it, though the thing with Guild War Defense, mainly when I've done it in the past, is I've gone over strategy, because what gets used within Guild Wars tends to change quite a bit over time, because the more things that get introduced to the game, the more options you have to defend with. So most of the videos I've done going over Guild War Defense have gone more so over strategy than specific teams. I have done teams slightly in the past, kind of going over like themes and such, but yeah, it's definitely something kind of hard to do, because it's there's a lot that it encompasses, because if you're missing a certain troop, it could throw out an entire team, and then you'll have to use a completely different team in its place. And then if you're using a completely different team in its place, then you can't use one of the other teams, and then it just leads to a lot of problems of team building, because it's really dependent on you having a lot of high variety of troops. And if you don't have like almost every troop in the game, it can start to cause complications, because the best defend teams to run on each day is pretty standard as far as what might be used. And if you're missing some of those troops, it will lead other days for you. Basically, have to pull things from other days into other teams, and then you're kind of just left with not knowing exactly what to do. It's a little strange, because you can build like a few really good teams, like let's say 3, but then you'll realize you'll have nothing else to use for the other ones, and then you have to like downgrade some of the teams and see what you actually have to use, and it's a whole weird system, which is why I normally go over strategies than specific teams. Because if I tell you like every single one of like the best teams to throw on every single day, if you don't have like the 2 mythics to throw on it, that doesn't really help you much, because then you won't be able to build it, and then you'll have to go do other stuff. So it's one of the main reasons why I haven't really done a video specifically on it, because it wouldn't actually be more helpful than just standard strategy, which I have covered in the past. But I could maybe do one of a more updated one. Just haven't really felt the need to, since it's only tri-weekly now, so a lot less people are really worrying as much about Guild Wars. But yeah, I'll definitely do something on it in the future, that's for sure. 9 more days until Guild Wars? Yeah, it does tell you when Guild Wars is. Yeah, I really wish it did work a little bit more regularly. I actually do enjoy Guild Wars now that we don't have it for a while. Maybe that's what's actually making it nice now. It's kind of like a treat instead of constantly having to do it. I guess I was starting to get a little bit of a drag having to constantly do it forever. So it's nice to have a little bit of a break from it, but we're still having to do other stuff, so it's not like we aren't actually doing other content. It's just that we're just not specifically doing Guild Wars. So it's still kind of the same thing, just slightly different. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for tonight, kind of rambling at this point. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all tomorrow or later tonight or some other time. And yeah, enjoy your weekend, everyone, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye, everyone, and good night.